Welcome to our deep dive. Today, we're exploring something really fascinating. The Old Testament's commands about celebration, specifically around ancient festivals.
Yes, and we're trying to uncover what these historical practices can teach us now about, real joy and connection.
Exactly. Our mission, based on the sources we've looked at, is to get into the heart of that.
And there are some powerful insights here, often overlooked, I think. It's really a journey into communal memory, shared experience, much more than just old rituals.
Okay, so let's get into it. Our sources really focus on three big festivals: Passover, the Festival of Weeks, Pentecost, right? And the Festival of Booths, or Tabernacles.
That's right. And the core idea seems to be this concept of remembering together.
Remembering together, what did that actually look like?
Well, it wasn't just, sitting around thinking quietly. Take Passover. The command was specific. Remember the liberation from Egypt,
The big one.
the defining one. But crucially, it was framed as a communal salvation. Think the 10th plague, the rush out of Egypt. Those were collective experiences.
Okay, so remembering is key. But then there's this other layer, isn't there, about sharing the joy?
Yes, absolutely. The texts are quite explicit. They instruct the Israelites to include basically everyone: children, servants, the Levites, strangers, orphans, widows.
That's incredibly inclusive for the time. Why bring everyone in, especially the vulnerable?
Well, the texts give us a direct answer. Remember that you were slaves in Egypt.
So it's tying their past struggle directly to their present celebration.
Precisely. Their whole identity was shaped by that experience, being oppressed, then miraculously freed. So that memory wasn't just history, it was a moral compass.
So because they knew oppression, they had to share their freedom.
That seems to be the heart of it. Their liberation obligated them to extend that joy, that relief, to others who might be on the margins, struggling in different ways.
That makes a lot of sense. So how did the festivals themselves, like the structure of them, reinforce this? Passover, weeks, booths.
Well, they were all tied to harvests, which are naturally times of, either scarcity or abundance. Passover linked to the early barley harvest, sometimes a tough period, the spring hunger.
Right, when last year's food might be running low.
Exactly. So sharing was vital. Then weeks, the wheat harvest, a bit more bounty. And booths in the fall was the big one, the most abundant fruit harvest, a time of overflowing gratitude.
Okay, so the seasons themselves kind of prompted sharing.
They did. And it all builds towards this command we find in the texts: to rejoice completely.
Rejoice completely. That sounds intense, not just be happy.
No, it's deeper. And the sources really emphasize this isn't a solo activity. It's not about my complete joy.
It can't be complete if you're alone in it.
That's the idea. The original text, you really captures that fullness. And there's a powerful modern story in the sources that illustrates this perfectly.
Oh, yeah. Tell us.
It's about a Korean church's Thanksgiving meal. It's, a nice event. But it only became what they called a truly complete celebration when they deliberately invited an elderly man from the community who was quite isolated. And apparently his presence, the stories he shared, his memories, it transformed the whole thing. The joy became deeper, more meaningful for everyone because he was included.
Wow, so the joy wasn't really complete until he was there, sharing in it.
Exactly. It highlights that this ancient idea that our joy is intertwined, that it's magnified when shared, especially with those who might feel left out, is still incredibly relevant.
It really shifts the focus, doesn't it? Not just remembering liberation, but actively extending it, making sure everyone gets a piece of that joy.
It's a powerful takeaway from these old instructions.
Definitely. So perhaps the question for all of us listening is, in our own communities, maybe in our own lives, our own harvests, whatever they might be, who's waiting on the sidelines?
Right. Who might need that invitation, that hand extended, so that a more complete, a truer joy can actually be shared by everyone?
Something to think about. A really fascinating look into ancient wisdom.